Welcome Year 9s to the Naplan Numeracy 10-minute mini test at an intermediate level. This problem involves decimals, and decimals are pretty hard to divide, especially if you do not have a calculator, or you're not allowed to use a calculator because this is a non-calculator section. When we have a problem like that, we can move our decimal to the right, but we will have to do exactly the same thing to the other number. So we've moved both numbers, the decimal place, by one place. If you've moved it equally on both sides, then that number becomes simply 42 divided by 2. Now that's easy enough to do in your head. And the answer will be 21. So we can highlight the answer D. If 3/4 of a number is 36, that means that 3/4 represents 36. So really 3 parts are represented in 36. Can you see that if I divide 36 into 3, I will get 3 parts, and they will be all 12, 12, and 12. So now I need to say, well, in that case, what is 4 parts of it? Therefore, the number must be 4 lots of 12, which is going to be 48. So now we know what the number is. And now the second part of this question is, what is 2/3 of that number? When you write this like that, what it really means is you're multiplying 2 over 3 multiplied by 48. Now at this stage I probably would want to reduce or simplify 48 and 3. 3 into 48 would then go 16, so I can write 16 here and 1 here, and all I need to do now is multiply 2 times 16, and the answer would be 32. And since that's the answer, we need to put it into our rectangle above, 32. So Tim's phone bill last month was $80, and now it's $100 this month. There's an increase in here, if you notice. How much is that increase? That increase was $20 increase, wasn't it? So we want to know what percentage increase is this. It's increased by $20. So the percentage increase is going to be 20 over 80. But now we're going to multiply this by a very important number, and that is the percentage. This is why it's called the percentage increase. And once again, this is a non-calculator problem. So let's start cancelling out the 0 here and the 0 there. That makes it like 2 over 8 times 100%. But once again, we can cancel the 2, and the 8 is 1 over 4. So what we're doing is dividing 100% by 4, and that is going to be equal to 25%. And once again, we can highlight this above, look for 25%, which is B. So here remember that you're dividing a number by a fraction. And in doing this, we have 3 steps to remember. Firstly, the first number, you're going to leave it. It says leave me. There's no change to 12. And the second change you need to do is to change the division sign into a multiplication sign. And the last step is really very, very important. This involves finding the reciprocal by swapping 1 and 2. I like to call it flip me, so that 1 over 2 now becomes 2 over 1. So that when we multiply 12 times 2, we get the answer to be 24. Well, here we just want an equivalent number to 5 over 8. So let's bring down each one individually. And the first problem will be 5 plus 2 is 7 and 8 plus 2 is 10. So that's not the answer. Let's try now B. 5 minus 2 is 3 and 8 minus 2 is 6. That's just really a half if I cancel 3 and 6, so we have 1 and 2. That's not 5/8. Well, let's try C. And 5 times 2 is 10 and 8 times 2 is 16. And this can be reduced to 5 over 8. And I'll have 5 over 8. So we basically found our solution to be C. Make sure you now continue with the next segment, with the next 5 questions in segment 2 for the intermediate level. So subscribe and watch out for the next video.